Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is about you blocking your manifestation by believing that if I have to take action, then it's not manifesting. If I have to do something towards it, that's not manifesting. I am just waiting for it to fall out of the sky into my lap because that is manifesting. That is true, and plenty of things have fallen in my lap like that without me having to do anything whatsoever. But I am completely open to taking action too. And if you cut yourself off from taking action, imagine, right, I don't know, a big patio door, you know, two big square glass doors that open up onto a patio. That's the opening you have when you allow for absolutely anything. When you say it has to fall into my lap, you are closing that off, so you have a tiny little window to look out of, a tiny little window for that manifestation to come through. Now, it wouldn't matter if you were totally open to that and you had no resistance whatsoever, then that wouldn't matter. But generally we do have some resistance going on, and if you shut off all other ways, then you are going to find that your subconscious is going to have a hard time with that, because part of you will think, well, that will never happen. I just want it to land on my lap. How's that going to happen? So even if you're not openly thinking that, you will have something in your subconscious that may be telling you that. So what is wrong with taking some action in life? You know, I've done that. I'm open to anything whatsoever. So, okay, I'll give you an example. I didn't particularly take action at this point. So I decided back when I was just coming up to just after 40, I think. So I was a size 12 for, I don't know, from about the age of 25 up to 40, which isn't a problem. But it kind of was a problem for me because I'm a funny shape. I'm really, really tiny at the top. I always have been. And then when you're a size 12, tiny at the top and bigger at the bottom, it's quite difficult to find jeans. I would really struggle finding a good pair of jeans. And I just thought to myself, it'd be so much easier if I was a size 10 all over. That would be just so much easier. Everything would fit then. And I really felt that. And I thought, yeah, I'd like to do that. I didn't, you know, I liked my food. I still like my food, but I really liked my food then. And so I wasn't really doing it to try and manifest it. I kind of was and I kind of wasn't. Within about a week, I got this cold and I just didn't feel very well for a week or so. And then I felt better and I just lost my appetite. To a point, I didn't lose it completely, but I just couldn't eat as much as I used to, and I just thought, oh, well, it's an after effect of the cold, I'm just feeling a bit off. It never ever came back. So I dropped to a size 10 within a couple of months really, and I thought, oh, that's how I've manifested it. My appetite's just not as big anymore. I can't eat big meals anymore. I just can't do it. We'd sometimes, like on a Saturday, there's a really lovely bakery near us and we might get like baguettes and cakes and stuff. I couldn't do that in a million years. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't eat a whole baguette, and I certainly can eat a baguette and a cake. I couldn't do it. I physically cannot do it. So that's how I manifested that. But I would have been open to other things. I would have been open to exercise, to be led to inspired action, to do some exercise. The thing is with me, I do work out because I kind of like that as part of my life. But all I do is 10-minute power exercises every other day. That's all I do, a real hard cardio workout, which I kind of started to enjoy because I manifested enjoying that, but I used to not enjoy it at all. But we can go down the path here, can't we? So there you go. I didn't take any action for that, but I did lose half my appetite pretty much in a really short space of time. So reality brought that to me in the easiest possible way. I don't really care. I didn't have the appetite. I still enjoy my food. I just can't eat so much of it anymore. It's almost like I had a gastric band fitted. It's really weird. Okay, so that's one thing. Then I wanted to become an author, and I had to take some action to do that. I wanted to be published. I wanted people to read my books, basically. I just didn't want to just write books that were out there and nobody ever read. I wanted them to be able to read my books, to find my books, but I didn't know how I was going to do that because I did know that I wanted to publish them myself. So I had to write something. Obviously I started writing, and then I had always said that I would never ever have a YouTube channel. It didn't appeal to me. I didn't put myself out there. I just didn't like the fact that people could comment, and I didn't like that whole, I'm not a lover of social media at all. I'm really not. I mean, I have a Facebook account, but I never post anything on it anymore. I look at stuff sometimes and I might like some things, but I never ever post on it. That is how I had an Instagram account, which I just took away because I didn't like it. You know, that's how I feel about it. But I was suddenly drawn to start a YouTube channel. And I thought, all of a sudden I just woke up one day and I thought, I want to start a YouTube channel, a Law of Attraction YouTube channel, because I knew that's what I wanted to write about. And I thought, what? Really? Am I really going to do that? But I was really feeling it, like I wanted to do it. Yeah, you need to get over it. Yeah, it wasn't even that I was forcing myself. Part of me really felt like it was the thing to do. So something that I'd always considered I'd never do, I did. And that's how I got initially people aware of my books and bought my books. So I took some action, but it was inspired action. I could feel it was right in the moment, even though before that I had felt no way would I ever do that. And I really meant it. So I changed, I changed that feeling. I didn't change it, it just changed for me. And then I went ahead and did it. So I took some action. I'm never averse to taking action, because if you need to take action, it's going to be inspired action. It's going to be something that's put in your face, put in front of you, maybe something that's put in front of you on YouTube. Maybe you see something on the TV, maybe you bump into somebody who introduces you to somebody, it leads you somewhere else, but you have to then call that person or something like that. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If it's leading you to where you want to be, you're not going to feel bad about doing it. This is what I say with action. If it feels bad, it isn't inspired action, so never do it. If the action is put in front of you and it's going to lead you to what you want, you are going to feel good about that action. You are going to feel at least okay about taking that action. It isn't going to be a struggle. So don't be closed off to it, and don't think that that isn't manifesting, because we're manifesting all of the time, whether we know it or not. It's just what we do. And sometimes we take action towards something and sometimes something falls into our laps. But if you close yourself off because you think it's not manifesting, and actually, so what? Even if it isn't manifesting, so what? If you think it's not manifesting, does it make it bad, does it? It doesn't make it a bad thing to do things that you think you haven't manifested. If you've taken action towards something and you feel that isn't manifestation, so what? You've still got what you've wanted. It really is all in the way that we look at this. I have come to see big things have fallen into my lap, like all of my staff deciding to leave. I didn't want any staff anymore, and like what seemed like it was the shortest amount of time. Then letting go of a business that Jeremy had told me there was no way I could let go of. This was back in the day, it was a retail business, because it brought in a really decent income. And he said, no, you can't do it, when I suggested it. And I thought, I had the family to think about. Harry was younger then, and I couldn't just do it, I felt. And he was adamant, no way, like, I'm not even kidding, no, you're not doing it. You can't. Unless you replace it with something, you can't do it. And I just had this strong feeling that I just wish he'd change his mind. I just want to be able to let it go, but I don't want to be the one to go on about it. I can't, because it's causing problems. 3 days later, we were sat watching the TV, and he looked at me and he went, oh, just let the business go. Why don't you just let it go? And I went, huh? What? And he said, well, you don't have any passion for it anymore, do you? And Jeremy's never been one that goes, oh, well, there's no passion for it, don't do it. He's not like that. He's so business minded, really is. He was an entrepreneur. He started out a business when he was 21, So he's like, you work hard for it, and then you reap benefits. And if you don't enjoy it, too bad. You still just work for it because it's making you money. So it was completely out of the realms of what the sort of thing that he would say. And I just literally just jumped on that. And I did say to him, actually, what I had done. And he sort of rolled his eyes at me, because I think he thought, well, you didn't do this. I did this because this is how I feel. And I immediately thought, right, I got on with it, and I started closing it down. I closed down the bank account. I dissolved the company, in record time. And 3 months later, it was all completely closed down and dusted. And it was a weight off my mind. It really was. And I did that with a pure and simple wish for it. So it dropped out of the sky. I did not have to make an effort for that to happen. As soon as he agreed to it, it was a done deal. And I was on with it, and that's that. So I've had massive things just drop into my lap, and then I've had other things which inwardly, I think on a subconscious level, I kind of thought I would have to take action. So then action shows up for me. So if you've got a sort of thing, something inside of you that thinks, well, I don't know how that could happen without me doing this, but I don't want to do this, or I don't want to take this action or that action. Don't worry about the action that you don't want to take, because you'll never have to take the action you don't want to take. And if you do, you'll want to, like with the YouTube thing with me. I was adamant, never, ever, ever. And then I changed my mind and I wanted to. Like, it seems really strange to me now that your feelings can change too. But if you put your desire out there, don't close off any way in which it can come to you. If you think it's not manifesting, who gives a stuff, whether it's manifesting or not? If it gets you where you want to go, then it really doesn't matter. Don't think that don't just kind of obsess about manifesting. Everything has to be manifested. Like I said, I believe that taking action, inspired action, is a manifestation. It's just a different way around getting you to what you want. But if you don't think it is, then it's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, thanks for watching. That's the end of this one, I think. I am a life coach, I am a manifesting coach, and I offer Zoom coaching, I offer email coaching. Pop onto my website. If you don't want to book up Zoom online, a Zoom call online, you can just email me and we can have a discussion first, because often the times just don't suit everybody, and I'm happy to have that discussion and sort out a different time for you if I can. I just put on the times there that I know that I can do, and then but there are often times that I can do if you come to me and your country times are just way out from mine. So I will always look at that. If I can accommodate you, I will accommodate you. And I write books. They're all listed below. Thanks for watching.